Howdy, folks, and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. Tonight we got a great show for you. We're going to be talking about the new year. And as always, I'm going to surprise you with some Nostradamus prophecies. Yes, Nostradamus prophecies. My dog would quit whining over there. He always whines when I talk and nobody's around. Thinks I'm going crazy. So, with that, we're going to. This is from the complete prophecies of Nostradamus, translated and edited by Henry C. Roberts. And there you go. Now I picked out some of these things. I don't know if they're true, but I let my inner self guide me, and I marked these down. So we're going to read through them, and it is what it is, people. I don't know where I got them from or why I picked them, but they seemed about right. And so we're going to just get in right into it. And we'll put up this share because this is a new year coming up. And I'm sure you guys are looking forward to seeing the new year. Yay! 2023. Will it be a good year or not? I don't know. You know, we got so many things looming on the horizon. What shall it be? I know we're all anxious to know, and you know what it should be or what it might be, but who knows? We make it what we will. And here is one of them, and I can't figure out which one I wanted here, but we're going to go to Century 1, number 96. Reading number 96. He that shall be in charge to destroy churches and sects changed by fantasy shall do more harm to the stones than to living, by smooth tongue filling up the ears. I don't know what that means. It says here, one shall undertake a campaign to destroy the churches, but will not succeed due to the firmness of the faithful, more durable than stone. That's their interpretation of it. What do you think? Here's another one, 97. Century 1, 97. What neither iron nor fire could achieve shall be done by a smooth tongue. A counsel in sleep, a dream shall make the king to think. The more the enemy in fire and military blood. Okay, number 98. I don't know if this was one. Okay, number 98. The leader, Century 1, 98. The leader who shall lead an infinite number of people far from their country to one of strange manners and language, 5,000 in Canada and Thessaly finished. The leader escaping shall be safe in a barn on the sea. It says Nostradamus forecasts Sino-Soviet conflict. Lines 1 and 2 are very clear on this, but the leader, Chinese or Soviet, shall escape in a submarine or capital ship cannot be determined. Go figure, I'm just reading what I thumbed through and my inner self told me to pick. If they're true or not, we don't know. That's all there's to it, people. Let's see, where is this one here? This is Century 2, number 44. It's the eagle flying among the tents by other birds shall be driven away. When the voice of cymbals, trumpets, and bells shall make sense to the lady who was insane. It says the United States planes, eagles fly over Arab lands tent dwellers, but are driven away by other nations who come to the aid of the Arabs. I don't know, but that is kind of interesting. Let's see. This is century 3, number 12. The swelling of Herb, Potag, Tiber of Rome, and the Lake Leman, and cities of Garonne. The two great leaders will be taken, dead, drowned. The human booty shall be divided. Huh. It says throughout Europe there will be a great disturbance, but the chief investigators will eventually meet violent deaths. Let's see. Century 3, number 13. In an ark, lightning, gold, and silver melted. Of two prisoners, one shall eat up the other. The greatest of the city shall be laid down. When the navy that was drowned shall swim. It says here, when the ships that were sunk are afloat again, the greatest of enemies, cities, will be destroyed by a thunderbolt, leaving them valueless money. Just reading what my inner self told me. But you gotta love Nostradamus. Now you know his readings were not in order. So when it says century 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they put them. They were just he handed them in. They put them in books and sent them out. There was no rhyme or reason. Somebody else put them in order afterwards. Let's see. When this is century 4, number 55. When the crow on a tower made of brick for 7 hours shall do nothing but cry. Death shall be foretold, and the statue dyed with blood. Tyrant shall be murdered, and the people pray to the gods. It says the tyrant will be murdered after a crow on a tower of brick. Broadcast studio shall cry out the news. Well, that one should be interesting. That's all I had on that page. Gotta love Nostradamus. There was a lot of people who predicted things. These are the ones I picked out because, I'll predict something afterwards. We'll see what happens. Let's see. This is century 5. And this one here says, this is century 5, number 19. It says, the great golden royal being increased with copper, the agreement being broken by a young man, there shall be open war. People afflicted by loss of a chief laminate. The ground shall be covered with barbarous blood. It says here, an alliance between a rich nation and one of little wealth shall result in an open warfare in which the chief will lose his life. But you can interpret it any way you want. It doesn't have to be that. It says here, let's see, number 20, century 5. Beyond the Alps shall a great army go, and a little while before shall be born a vamp monster. Sounds like a vampire. Prodigious, and suddenly the great Tuscan shall return to his own nearest place. And it says here they were talking about Napoleon and his great army. in exile. But, it could be something else. I don't know why I picked that one either. It was just because I'm picking it. I mean, I was using my inner thoughts and my inner self to do that. Century 5. Let's see here. I picked one of these. What was it? The royal bird among the. This is a Century 5, number 81. The royal bird upon the city of the sun, 7 months together shall make a nocturnal argue. The eastern wall shall fall, the lightning shall shine. The enemies shall be at the gate for 7 days. Well, the royal bird, they say, is the eagle. It shall fly for many months over the eastern city, where it is unloosed. It is most deadly weapons, which shine with the brilliance of lightning. The eastern wall will crumble. Huh. That sounds interesting. Let's see. Century 5, number 85. Through Switzerland and neighboring places, by reason of the clouds shall fall to war. The lobsters, locusts, and gnats, the fault of Geneva, shall appear very naked. It says the failure of the League of Nations and the advent of war are prophesied. Well, the United Nations used to be, or the League of Nations is now the United Nations. So, if you read your news, maybe that's what it's all about. So, let's see. Nope. Let's go on to the next one. Century 6. Nope, that ain't it. Nope. Trying to remember where I went before here. Follow up the lady. Oh, here, the lady one. Okay, Century 6. Century 6, number 19. The true flame shall swallow up the lady, that when about to burn the guiltless. Before the assault, the army shall be encouraged. When in Seville, a monster like an ox shall be seen. It says a monster shall be seen in Seville, similar to the ancient Minotaur, who demanded a tribute of innocent children. That is. Here's a good one. This is one I think was I was on the same page. Century 6, number 20. A frenzied union shall not last long. Some shall be changed, others, for the most part, reformed. In the ships, people shall be penned up. Then shall Rome have a new leopard. Let me read that again. The fiended union shall not last long. Some shall be changed, others, for the most part, reformed. In the ships people shall be penned up. Then shall Rome have a new leopard. It says an unstable temporary union between Israel and Egypt. A new leader of Rome will be installed when the union dissolves. But that could be anything. Make it what you will, but there you go. I don't know what that means, but let's see. Here's one. Where was this one? One of the maintenance events, second kingdom. Nope. A long time. Appear. Should cause a rain. Nope, that ain't it. This is For a long, okay, this is century 6, number 43. For a long time shall be uninhabited, where the Senti and the marine come to water about. From the Thames, a martial people, they shall attempt to deceive the guards into thinking to resist. Let me read that again. For a long time shall be uninhabited, where the sea and the marine come to water about. From the Thames and martial people, they shall attempt to deceive the guards into thinking to resist. It says here, because the traders within her gates, ruin shall fall upon Paris, and the fight of the inhabitants will result in an almost deserted city. A lot about France here. But it could be another city. Who knows? You know, he made these things many, many years ago. Okay, here's another one. Century 7, number 27. In a corner of the wasted, the great Calvary, near Fiera, shall be busy about the baggage. Pomp and Turin, they shall make such a robbery, that in fort they shall ravish their hostage. Now, this is their interpretation of it. During the war, the people of the country will sustain great losses and suffer greatly, while their leaders will lead lives of luxury in a fortified city. Huh. Let me read that one more time. During a war, the people of the country will sustain great losses and suffer greatly, while their leaders will lead lives of luxury in a fortified city. Huh. That sounds like all the leaders of today. Let's see. Maybe this one goes with it too. Century 7, number 28. The captain shall lead a great prey upon the mountain that shall be nearest to the enemies. Being encompassed with fire, he shall make such a way. All shall escape, except 30 that shall be splitted. A leader surrounded by enemy soldiers shall contrive to lead his men out of danger, except 30, who will be taken and tortured by their captors. I don't know what to make of that, but that's what my inner self told me to read. So, I don't know. We will just have to go back next year and see if any of this came true. Century 8, number 9. While the eagle and the cock at Savona shall be united, see Levant and Hungary, the army at Naples, Palermo, Mark and Olicum, Rome, Venice cry because of a horrid barb. The American, it says here, this is their interpretation, not mine. The American eagle and the French cock shall be a united campaign against the Italians, Hungary, etc. The Italian armies shall be in great distress because of a new and pushing weapon used against them. Huh, could be. Well, anyway, make of it what you will. That's all I can say. Let's see. People shall be feared. Nope. That one doesn't seem to vibe with me. I'm only doing the ones that vibe with me. You know, it seems like I just feel that I'm drawn towards these. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I could just read through them like a book, but these were the ones I was drawn to. Okay, here, listen to this one. This one is Century 8, number 16. In a place where Jason carried his ship to be built, so great a flood shall be, and so sudden, that there shall be neither place nor land to save themselves. The waves shall climb upon the Olympic Thessalon. It says Mount Olympus, the mythical home of the gods, is where Jason built his ship for the Argonauts' voyage. The sense of this stanza is that an inexorable movement shall engulf all those in authority, and a new order be created. Well, that's kind of interesting. So, could be, but it could be a flood. Maybe they're really talking about a flood and somebody who built the ship. Don't know either. Okay. I don't know about this one here. Number 17. Century 8, number 17. We'll read it anyway. Those that were at ease shall be put down. The world shall be put in trouble by three brothers. The maritime city shall be seized by its enemies. Hungry, fire, blood, plague, and double of all evils. It says here, their interpretation, social conditions are to change. Worldwide repercussions with an abundance of misfortunes shall beset all due to mismanagements of three brothers. Well, that's not hard to imagine. And this here is my last one, Century 10. And this one here is, where is this? Let's see, I don't know if this one applies or not. I can't remember. Well, we'll read it anyway. Century 10, number 87. A great king shall land at Nice. The empire of death shall interpose with it. In the antipodes he shall put his horse. By sea all the pillage shall vanish. Their interpretation, an invasion of southern coast of France shall take place in the Apodes, Japan. They shall put their trust in conquest, but they shall be defeated decisively by sea power and lose their ill-gotten empire. Well, it's always up to somebody's interpretation. But that could also mean that China is going to invade Japan. Or, there's going to be a war over there. Let's see. I think this is the one. Okay, Century 10, number 89. The walls shall be turned from brick to marble. There shall be peace for 57 years. Joy to mankind, the aqueduct shall be rebuilt. Aqueduct. Joy to mankind, the aqueduct shall be rebuilt. Health, abundance of fruits, joys, and malicious times. Oh. And it says here, Nostradamus predicts a golden age for humanity after a great calamitous war among nations. There you go. Those are the predictions I picked out from this here book right here. So I hope you liked that. So this is where I got it from. Those were what my inner self had told me to pick out. I randomly went through it. It said stop. I picked out, looked down, and there it was. And so what I read is what my inner self told me to read. And I hope you like that for 2023. I'm going to have to get used to writing 2023 now. How many of you do that? Right, go and you write the next date. You put 2022 again after you've done it 1,000 times, and then you put 2022. But you're gonna have to get used to 2023 here real quickly. Well, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. Maybe you got something out of it. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you have your own predictions. If you do, let me know. Put them in the comments below. Or, if nothing else, uh, just send me an email. Description below, my email is there, milkywaysoultribe@gmail.com. Remember to give me a thumbs up and share and like whatever you want to do. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I don't care. It's all based on this stupid YouTube algorithm stuff. So the more you watch and learn, the better off we are, good or bad. It doesn't matter. But those are just my thoughts, my opinions only. You'll have yours. Maybe that's peace and harmony. Maybe there's abundance and joy coming your way. Maybe things look much better in the following year. We don't know. That's all I can say. We don't know. We we have to just go with the flow. Like he said in that last quatrain thing, was he's predicting a war and then a golden age. And we've been talking about that here on the show. We're going from one age to the next. And I think we're going in the age of knowing from the golden age. Maybe we were in the golden age, but now we're moving into the knowing age. So, with that, everyone, remember to be the frequency you want to receive. That's going to make the world change right there. Don't let anybody kid you. Be the frequency you want to receive. That's the best anybody can give you for advice. Peace, everybody.